A win, and we're in to the postseason here in season number 2 of our Saints franchise. It is a big game here at home against those Miami Dolphins, and I'm looking forward to this one, guys. We got to get that dub to get into the postseason. Big game here. Let's see if Jameis Winston and this offense can carry us to that victory and continue on with our success from season number 1. Welcome back, everybody, to the Saints franchise. The Dolphins currently not in the postseason mix, but like I said, we are definitely in there, and we got to get a little help as well. But Reggie Davis, quarterbacking for the Dolphins, rookie quarterback, 39 touchdowns this season. He's having himself a great rookie year. We're going to take a look at some statistic updates as well at the very end of this video. Take a look at all of those rookies, those high-profile rookies from the Cajun 6 dynasty. Really great play by our own rookie defensive tackle, Kemba Digby, just manhandling the center right over top and making a nice play in the backfield. So good job on the defensive side of the football for our Saints. We get a 3 and out, and it's time for Jameis Winston in this offense to get firing on all cylinders here. 32 touchdowns for Jameis, 13 picks this year. I would say he's been a little bit more efficient this year than last. So maybe I'm starting to get a little bit used to the Madden 23 engine. First down picked up for our Saints, and then second down and 7. Traquan Smith busting off a couple tacklers and going to get that first down. And Miami looking on, wondering what they got to do to stop us. Well, they're going to try to bring some blitz, some pressure. Not going to work. Adam Troutman with the big-time first down. Here at the 8-yard line, Jameis Winston going to fire into the end zone. And Chris Olave, who just got that superstar dev upgrade, he's making it work for him, guys. Touchdown Saints, 7 Zippo here in the early going. First quarter here, still 3 minutes, and look at Pete Werner not falling for the play action, and that's going to be a big sack. 4th down and 10. They'll give us the football back. Jameis scanning the field, going to fire on the slant route here to Chris Olave, but unfortunately, the run after the catch, the rack, didn't seem to take right there. He kind of stopped and stopped a little bit. It was weird, but we will fire into the end zone, finding Chris Olave here to get him that touchdown that he deserved on that last throw to him. I felt like with that slant route on the play previous, he would have gotten into the end zone using his speed, but we do find him in there. 14-0 Saints here in the first quarter. Let's go start of the second. Kemba Digby, again, just bulldozing past that line. He's having himself a day. That's a tackle for a loss already and a sack. And just in the last couple of weeks, Kemba Digby really been kind of getting it going, I guess you'd say. So the first couple weeks of him, we've really seen him kind of struggle, kind of getting used to the speed of the game or the strength of his opposing linemen that he's going up against. But ever since the last couple weeks, he's really come into his own. Huge couple plays here to Tyreek Hill, and that's going to lead to a touchdown there to Chris Carson, signing via free agency to the Dolphins. So 3rd down and 5, 14-7 football game here. We've got some good coverage. Yes, sir, we do. LeJean Reynolds Jr., the Tennessee running back product from our Cajun 6 series, going to get stopped short. So good job defensively by our defensive backs, and they're going to hand it off here, and that's going to be no good. Chris Carson trying to get the 4th down pickup. They don't settle for a field goal try there, so it's 14-7. Maybe they should have thought about going for it there. Go for the field goal, make this thing 14-10, down by at least a touchdown. So, interesting play call there. We get the football back, can't do anything with it. Now Reggie Davis and this offense for the Dolphins lucks out on this throw. 3rd down and 5, could have been an interception here. However, good job on the coverage, and everybody kind of gang tackling, going straight to the football, just flowing and flooding towards that football. It's going to lead to 4th and inches, and they will kick the field goal here instead of attempting to go for it there. So 17 seconds left in the second quarter, and Kamara is going to get a big pickup here. We got 15 seconds left here now, and Jameis is going to try to fire this to the outside, and it's going to be picked off. How in the world did Xavier Howard make that interception? A, he had his back turned as soon as I threw the football, and then Chris Olave, like, what are you doing? Like, just box him out and keep your feet in bounds. Have your hands to the outside, to the sideline. Like, why do you need to do the circular, like, weird circus animation? I don't know. So I think that cost us an interception. Luckily, though, it won't come back to bite us, as the field goal attempt is no good. Now, we are watching the NFC South opponents here The Falcons at 8-8, not too much to worry about there, but we are watching with heavy intent that Carolina game as they're beating Minnesota currently 28-21. So we're going to watch that one. Hopefully they lose. That gets us an extra seeding, I think, an extra spot in the playoffs. But we got to win this game first. We just got to take care of our business here. 3rd and 5, almost intercepted, and luckily it wasn't, because that's going to lead to 3 points for us here. So we turn what would have been a pick into 3 points. That's nice. So it's 17-10, and we've got ourselves a tip drill. That's an interception here for Tyrann Mathieu, but we do have a flag on the field, and I believe that's going to be on Kemba Digby for the big hit on Reggie Davis, and it is. It is unfortunately a roughing the passer call on Digby. He was just getting a little too excited to get sack number 2, and it cost us a couple yards there. So 3rd down and inches, and we've got man in motion here. It's the tight end, little handoff, and we're gonna get him in the backfield. Nice job, boys. Chris Carson going down. Gotta love it. Taco Charlton with the big hit, and they'll punt the football away to us. And look at Xavier Howard again. That's an incredible interception. I believe that is the first time in Madden. I mean, we had a ton of turnovers. We had a ton of interceptions last season. I had not seen anything like this. This animation right there, full extension in midair. Xavier Howard, what an interception that was. I mean, it looked like Michael Thomas was completely wide open on that play, and maybe Jameis Winston just underthrew it just a little bit. Got to lead that fast receiver, that big body receiver, Michael Thomas, a little bit further. A couple nice plays here defensively. It's going to lead to a 4th down and 2, and we got to stop in the backfield. Great job on defense. So Mike McDaniel being really aggressive here with this Dolphins offense, trying to beat us, trying to get us out of the postseason, just trying to be a troll. It looks like that would be Mike McDaniel to a T, like what he would try to do. 2nd down and 1. Here's Ryan Armstrong busting off a couple tacklers and getting some good yardage there. It's a gain of 5. 1st and goal here at the 10-yard line, and Jameis Winston scrambling. Nobody's open, and we're going to fire here too. I believe that looked like Traquan Smith possibly, but that was just out of bounds. Traquan could not quite get there to make a nice play on it. But a gain of 4 here. Going to lead to 3rd down and goal. We really need a touchdown here to kind of put this thing away in my mind. So Winston just trying to find somebody. Looked like nothing was open. Traquan Smith going to drop it in contested coverage, so I don't blame him for the drop. But a field goal is up and good. We are up 20-10. 3rd down and inches again, and more pressure on Reggie Davis. He's going down. That is Zach Bond with the sack. And no way that they're going to get aggressive here and go for it. They'll punt it back to us. 3rd down and 5. Here comes Ryan Armstrong with a nice little nifty moves, getting the 1st down. And at this point, we're looking for a score and just killing some clock here. So that's really what the name of the game is right now. 2nd down and 10. We got a screen pass here, setting up his blockers. Armstrong going to go from the 47 to it looks like about the 30, possibly even the 30-yard line. So that's a good little pickup there. But 2nd and 10. We're going to go backwards here. So 3rd down and 17 after a clipping call. And Winston's going to end up firing this thing out deep to Chris Olave. Missed tackle, and Olave is gone. Touchdown, Saints. Huge play in this football game. That should do it. All we got to do, grind some clock, maybe possibly get the ball back, another field goal, another score, something. But it looks like that big play was, in fact, the dagger that we needed, that we were looking for. And with a little flare to boot. 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Davis, pass completed here to Jalen Waddle, and a couple missed tackles all the way around, and the Dolphins will get a touchdown on the board. So 27-17, yet again back to a 10-point lead. Kamara's making some moves. He's going to be a big-time force for us on this series. We've worked this thing all the way to the 2-minute warning. However, Miami has not used a single timeout quite yet, and Traquan Smith in a double coverage. Can't make the catch. I don't blame him. 3rd down and 11 play. Pass going to be completed here for Miami. But now they don't have any timeouts, guys. So 19 seconds. Davis rolling out to his right. Going to find his man. But the big hit by Marshawn Lattimore keeps the receiver in bounds. And the time will expire. Awesome win by our Saints. Unfortunately for the Dolphins, that just punches their ticket to a losing season. And we are headed towards the postseason for the 2nd straight year in a row. I love it. I love it. So when we entered into year number 2, I was a little bit nervous because of everything that we lost going into this season. Defensively, we lost a couple players. We actually had to trade away some players to get some more cap space available to us, and even some draft capital, which is really, I think, what's led us to this point of being a playoff team. I think that getting that nice young talent, guys like Digby, guys like Kalen Walker, a backup quarterback, giving some insurance there to Jameis Winston in case he went down. Of course, going after Ryan Armstrong, nice little RB2. So Mark Ingram, we had let go. L.A. Rowe on defense. I mentioned Kemba Digby. So this team has come a long way in regards to the cap issues that we were facing and just bringing in more youthful and young talent. I think that's really what's driving us towards a postseason berth this year. So we'll see who we get. We'll take a look at the playoff tree and we'll see what team that we're going to draw. I think we're going to have some rematches possibly, as I think the Cowboys, the Buccaneers were back in the mix. I believe the Rams were back in the mix as well. So a lot of familiar teams coming into the NFC postseason. But yeah, it'll be an interesting look to see what's going on here. So this is prior to simulating the rest of the week. So right now it looks like we're going to be taking on the Rams. Now the Eagles did win. We were going to be focused on that. If the Eagles won and we lost, then we were going to be out of the postseason. The Panthers did beat the Vikings, and Jeff Young, rookie quarterback, and Darnell Bourgeois battling against each other. Two rookies, two high-profile rookies from the Cajun 6 dynasty, had to play against each other, and Jeff Young won the battle. Now, we were talking about some rookies, some youthful players, right? We got a guy, Demario Davis. Looks like he's probably going to retire on us this season. So we do get a little boost to the morale. So I think that that's going to definitely help us as we take on those Rams. The Bears have made the playoffs yet again as the 4 seed, taking on the Bucks. We got the Panthers as the 2, the Eagles as the 7. So really interesting breakdown of teams this year, especially for the Bears. They made it, if you guys remember, to the NFC Championship game against us last year. How far are they going to go this season as the number 4 seed? So a lot of interesting topics here in the postseason as we move forward in this series. But Jameis Winston, numbers actually went down just a little bit. The completion percentage went down by 2%. He was at 70 last year, 68 this year. I'm not going to complain. Most of it's been consistent. At least the interceptions went down this year, but not by much. So he's pretty much been the same quarterback. The one benefit here for this season is he finally got his normal dev to a star dev, which I think is only going to help him to finish to the finish line of his career, basically, because I think he's played well enough for us. We might be able to hold off on going to go get a quarterback for a little while, at least a high-profile quarterback. We've got Kalen Walker. We can develop him for the remainder of Jameis Winston's career. When Winston starts experiencing some regression, I think that that's when we might want to evaluate that and see where Kalen Walker is in his development. And then that's going to determine whether or not we have to go after more high-profile quarterback to replace Winston. But the guy's brought us 2 postseason appearances and some pretty decent quarterback numbers. I mean, 4,600 yards regularly. I think he's been playing good. 30-plus touchdowns. It's been all right. Winston's going to throw your picks. And we actually did more simulation here than we did in year number 1. More sim in year 2 than we did in year 1. So, yeah, he's kind of the same player in my hands as he is in the sim. So this is an interesting little dynamic there. So a couple stats updates. You probably were looking at those while I was giving you my Jameis Winston talk. But really interesting that the passing leaders, as far as yards are concerned, were found in the NFC South. Tyler Huntley, of all people, and Desmond Ridder were top 1 and 2 across the NFL. Now taking a look at some of our rookies here, really a lot of development here. These guys were 79 overalls coming into the league, and now they're up towards of 81, 86. Guys with that superstar X factor, they're going to definitely progress a lot faster. And I'm just looking for Jameis here. He's in the upper quartile of the quarterbacks in the rest of the league. Jeff Young is in there as well. Running backs, I'm looking for Alvin Kamara. He had himself a really nice season, got over the the 1,000-yard mark there. Only 5 touchdowns, not a lot of hitting pay dirt this season, not as much as last year, just because we've really kind of moved more towards passing the football than running it. But a couple other guys worth noting. We got LaJon Reynolds Jr., Jermaine Johnson. We've also got Evan Greco, Barry Williams, guys from our Cajun 6 Dynasty, not custom players, but just guys to keep an eye out for in the rest of this franchise series. Now, Chris Olave had himself a really good year. I believe he's in the top 10, had 1,200 receiving yards and 93 receptions, I believe. So he is just breaking out. He's definitely going to be a wide receiver 1 for us whenever Michael Thomas goes bye-bye. Chris Olave looks like he's going to be that guy, especially when he's gotten that superstar dev trait now. He's going to progress a lot faster, and with abilities, he's going to be a monster. So I'm really excited for Chris Olave. And, maybe Michael Thomas ends up moving to wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3. I mean, maybe he's a slot. He's slant machine, right? So I know he's big, a little too big for slot, but he could be by the time that he's getting super old. Now, defensively, I thought we played really, really well this year. Not as good as we did last year, but it's passable. It's acceptable as how well we played defensively. We had Kemba Digby, I think, of 19 tackles for losses. That's a lot. He wasn't listed as far as a league leader, but he's up there. And for a rookie, that's really, really nice to see. Now, for the 2023 annual awards here, we had your MVP of the league was Josh Allen. We had Dennis Allen, was one of our NFL Coach of the Year, last on the list, so he's top 10 at least. But Rookie of the Year in the NFC would be Jeff Young, Bourgeois, Willows, Clint Turner of all people, Greco, Lucius LeBlanc, Barry Williams, a lot of guys that we've covered here in the past couple of videos, especially in our scouting videos. Now take a look, Joey Bryant and Kemba Digby, top 1 and 2 for NFC Defensive Player of the Year. I remember a lot of people were talking about Joey Bryant, and inside that live draft, people were really talking about just going out and go grabbing Joey Bryant. We didn't do it. So we stuck with Kemba Digby. We got him late, and I think he's going to surpass Joey Bryant. I really do. I think it was the smart move. I think you guys did the right thing there, but Joey Bryant's going to get a dev upgrade. That's just how Madden works. I was really hoping that Digby was going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year in the NFC, but just didn't work out that way, guys. And I think if you got to win the award. I don't think you can place in the top 5 or be on the list and get a dev upgrade. I think you have to actually win the award in order to get that dev upgrade. So he would have gone from a star to a superstar, I believe. I think maybe Kemba Digby's a normal. Either way, we'll take a look in the offseason to see what happened. But there's your list for AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Bruce Strickland, Jackson. Bug Boucher is a custom guy, and no other customs there on the list here for the AFC side of things. So, guys, that's the video. A little short one here for you today. Stats updates, award winners, and punching our ticket to the playoffs. So, I'm excited for this year. I'm excited to see how our youngsters are going to do when the lights are shining just a little bit brighter. But yeah, I'm excited for the postseason this year. I'm really kind of hoping that we can deliver a Super Bowl victory here. It's going to be a lot to ask. I think Season 1 was a lot easier for us, so I'm actually anticipating us to lose at some point in this playoff map, because the teams that I'm looking at, like Carolina, they've always been tough in gameplay for us. The Eagles have been tough in gameplay against us. Jalen Hurts, of course, Clint Turner this year now. It's still really weird that they've gone that route. I think that Jalen Hurts is your guy. I don't think Clint Turner is your guy. Chicago, I think we've got their number. LA, I think we've got their number. Tampa Bay, we didn't play against, but I am a little bit worried about Tyler Huntley leading the league in passing yards, so I don't know what he's going to bring to the table in gameplay. In Sim, he was a monster. I just don't know what to expect against him in gameplay if we happen to have to play against the Buccaneers. So Dallas, I think I'm good with as well. Even dating back to the Giants franchise that I did last season, they just don't seem to do smart things as far as gameplay with Elliott and Prescott. So Dallas, I'm good with. LA, Chicago, I'm good with. The other 3 teams, Philly, Carolina, Tampa Bay, they do cause me a little bit of worry. So we'll see how it all plays out, guys. That'll happen next Thursday. So depending on how far we go, it'll be all wrapped up in one video. And the following Thursday, so a little bit later on in November, we're going to be doing the off-season. We're going to be doing the scouting. We're going to be doing some player analysis as well from our Cajun 6 series. And then we'll get in the draft that next Thursday. So that's kind of your 3-week look at what this series has planned. And I'll see you guys in the next one. So leave a like if you like this thing, and I'll see you back here for the playoff run next Thursday. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.